Resilience is paramount for smallholders, especially with climate variability and with natural resources being depleted. There are huge stressors on smallholder farmers that they really can't control. Digital Globe is a leading provider of satellite imagery across the world. Things like crop inventories, crop health, yield estimations, knowing where irrigated areas are, so we can assess not only in a snapshot of a moment, but also across time, what's the health of that agricultural system. We've done this kind of work in Syria, for instance, since the onset of the conflict. This is where the power of satellite imagery really comes to bear, because it allows us a lens into areas where we otherwise don't have access, to understand what are we doing right, what do we need to be monitoring, what can we improve moving forward, and do some of that scenario planning so that you can understand the effect of food security when it comes to migration, or understand how food security interacts with conflict. ICRSAT was actually able to evidence whether or not smallholder farmers are using good agricultural practices, specifically around fertilizer application. And so it came out to be this really robust kind of scoping of what's possible. But the implications for that kind of moving forward were actually a little bit more interesting to me, because what we were learning from partners on the ground is that not only is this evidencing agricultural practices and farmers adopting those recommendations, but it's also positioning them so that they're more creditworthy moving forward. And so that, at least for us, I think that was a big aha moment. And it also just shows the kind of the power of partnership and having, you know, the technology experts on one end, the folks who are actually working with the smallholder farmers on the other end, coming together and kind of creating something that's really sustainable and really impactful.